everyone. I am Professor Sleepy. On your today's guide, I'll be showing the adventures of slippery hillside. Hi there, my name is Devavarsan as speaker. I am a nature and vegetation expert. Hello everyone, I'm Tanigevela acting as Aqua, the water and climate specialist. Hi, my name is Arvind Paniselvam as glacier performance expert. Hi, I'm Nathan and I'm Mestio, the geology expert. Good day, dear doctors. We are from HKT Simbang in Malaysia. Young, Chinese, SOLOR, boys.
Look at those dark clouds gathering from above the hillside. According to the U.S. Greenhouse Gas Center data, the Earth's average temperature has risen by about 1.2 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century. This increase has led to more intense rainfall. For example, between 1980 and 2020, heavy rainfall events have increased by 20% in many regions.
Let's look at this graph. It shows how precipitation has changed over the last few decades. Did you know that NASA has developed a special model called the Landslide Hazard Assessment for Situational Awareness, or LASA? This model predicts where and when landslides are likely to occur globally every 30 minutes using near real-time precipitation data.
That's right. The LHASA model combines rainfall data with a global landslide susceptibility map. This helps communities stay aware and prepare for landslides. Plus, the latest version, LHASA 2.0, uses machine learning to improve accuracy and assess the exposure of human populations and infrastructure to landslide hazards.
Let's dig deeper into what's happening beneath the surface. The rainwater soaks into the soil, making the ground much heavier. Think of the soil as layers of earth, like bricks. But when the gaps between the bricks get filled with water, it makes everything unstable.
Exactly, Gio. When soil moisture reaches over 80%, the ground can't support itself anymore, and the whole hillside begins to slide.
And it's not just a gas. According to scientists, soil moisture levels have increased by 15 to 25% in the last 50 years due to heavier rainfall caused by climate change. More rain, more soft soil, more landslides. That's where I come in. In cold regions, glaciers are melting fast. When glaciers melt, the frozen soil underneath called permafrost also it turns into marsh, making the ground unstable. That's right. Glaciers used to act like nature's cement, holding the land together. But now, with all the melting, that cement is disappearing, leading to more landslides. Scientists have been tracking glacier retreat in places like the Himalayas and the Alps, and guess what? Landslides are increasing in those regions because of glacier melt. It's happening fast. Now, it's not just rain we have to worry about. The earth temperature rising is caused glaciers to melt, which adds even more water to the soil, increasing the risks of landslide. The LASA model keeps track of these risks in real time, especially in mountainous areas.
Here's a fascinating fun fact. Did you know that landslides can happen underwater too? They're called submarine landslides, and they can even cause tsunamis. NASA's Earth Minute explains cool facts like these.
And don't forget, the landslide in icy regions are even more dangerous. Melting glaciers cause landslides on fields and can send massive chunks of ice falling.
Landslide can happen not only because of too much rain, but also because we are losing trees faster than ever. According to global data, deforestation rate have surged by about 10% in the last decade, particularly in the tropical areas like the Amazon. Trees and plants roots hold the soil together like nature's glue. Without them, the ground will be loose and unstable, making it easier for landslide.
That's right, Echo. Here is an important fact. In the Amazon, between 2001 and 2018, over 70% of the forest was lost due to deforestation. This action affects biodiversity and increases the risk of landslide because of the lack of tree cover. Studies show that landslides occurrences are nearly double in the areas with heavy deforestation compared to forested regions.
It's not just the Amazon. Southeast Asia has seen similar trends. With fewer trees, the soil can't absorb as much water, and that's when landslide happen. Research shows that reforestation efforts in landslide-prone areas can reduce landslide risk up to 30%.
With the help of NASA's Earth monitoring satellites, scientists can now monitor deforestation and predict where landslides are most likely to occur. NASA's Landslide program, which has been monitoring Earth's surface since the 1970s, helps track forest loss, soil changes, and how they relate to landslide risks.
Speaking of NASA's efforts, let's not forget how the Earth Minute program teaches us about these changes in real time. NASA uses satellites to detect how much rain falls and how the land responds. This kind of real-time monitoring is the key to understanding and predicting landslides before they happen.
Let's talk about real places affected by these changes. Scientists have noticed a huge increase in landslides in places like Nepal, Switzerland and Canada. What's causing it? Climate change. For example, soil saturation levels have been rising in Nepal, where landslides are common in the rainy season. During the monsoon season, rainfall in some regions has increased by 20 to 30% over the past 2 decades.
That's right, Gio. But it's not just the rain. Things are changing fast in Switzerland. Will have been monitoring glaciers. Did you know that Switzerland has lost over half of its glaciers since the 1930s? The melting glaciers leave behind unstable ground and it just the last 2 decades. The number of glacier-related landslides has doubled.
Exactly. And in places like the Himalayas, the combination of heavier rainfall and melting glaciers creates a perfect storm for landslides. Scientists have reported that in the past 30 years, glaciers in the Himalayas are retreating at a rate of 20 meters per year. This situation exposes loose soil and rocks, making the region much more vulnerable to landslides.
And this is where NASA's LASA model comes in handy. It uses satellite data to monitor real-time rainfall and soil saturation levels, analyzing precipitation and soil moisture. The LASA model predicts when and where landslide will likely happen. This pre-alert information gives communities valuable time to prepare and evacuate.
Here's another important point. Landslides are not just insulated to one place in Canada. For example, landslides are happening more frequently in mountainous regions as glaciers retreat. The combination of rising temperatures, ice, rainfall and glacier melt creates unstable slopes using data from NASA's Great Satellites. Scientists are tracking how these change in water storage and soil moisture contribute to more global landslides.
Don't worry, data show that planting more trees, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and using renewable energy can slow down the melting glaciers and reduce landslide. For example, reforestation efforts can reduce the risk of landslide by up to 30% in affected areas.
And it's not just about planting trees. Reducing our carbon footprint also helps to slow down global warming. By reducing the use of fossil fuels and switching to renewable energy like wind and solar power, we can reduce the amount of heat trapped in the atmosphere. This phenomenon helps glaciers stay intact longer and reduces the permafrost melting risk.
Plus, by managing land use better, we can avoid building roads and houses in areas prone to landslides. In countries like Nepal and Switzerland, scientists are working with local communities to develop early warning systems and create evacuation plans in case of landslides. They are even using NASA's LASA model to predict when this disaster might happen.
So let's take care of our planet thanks to NASA's Earth monitoring tools and data-driven models. We can predict and prevent landslides, keeping people safe by reducing deforestation, greenhouse gas emissions, and renewable energy. We can help protect the land and the people depend on it. Let's work together to protect our hillside and planet. One small step can make a big difference. Every drop of knowledge brings us closer to a safer world. Thank you.